Hi, I'm Ed.
I'm Ashley. We're in Tucson, Arizona.
And you're watching the Grace Hopper Celebration of Women in Computing 2009 series of Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show. Hi, I am here with Megan Smith, who has graciously taken some time out of her busy conference schedule to spend some time with us. And Megan delivered a really inspiring keynote this morning, and we've asked her to just sort of sit down with us and maybe talk a little bit about what Google is really doing to spread technology opportunity all over.
Okay. What I was talking about this morning is basically interconnection. And I think one of the biggest themes of the 21st century is interconnection. And you guys are on YouTube. YouTube is all about connection, right? We're talking to each other. It's a conversation, right? So I sort of focused on 4 things. And the one that you were, I think, really interested in was Africa. I focused on Africa. I think in general, my topic was all developing markets, but I think Africa and what's going on there is so striking. Because I showed a visual, and we have a map that shows all the search results that are coming, not all, but like each dot spinning out of the globe represents a bunch of search. And you spin the globe and you see the US pounding, all the searching in Japan, searching in Asia, and searching Australia, Europe. And then as you spin to Africa, there's almost no dots because there's no IP. And there's less electricity, but there's some electricity, but there's no internet access there. There's no real broadband. Obviously, there's none, but it's satellite based, and so it's incredibly expensive. And so for us to do like YouTube, there, I wouldn't pay for it, and they wouldn't pay for it. A small number of people are. What's really, really exciting is that for the first time, 2 cables have landed along the east side of Africa, the continent level. I'm talking about the continent is not connected. So the poor people there who are very talented and have great, voice to bring to all of us and companies to invent and all this stuff, they can't because they don't have the resources in the form of sort of the basic. So you were calling it privilege, or I would call it maybe like opportunity, the core tech stuff that got to the machine that we all have. So what's so exciting is that these cables are landing and people are now able to connect. And so we're going to see services, mobile services. There's a great product from Safaricom called M-Pesa where people are exchanging money. People are doing SMS-based searching, just like you search on Google, but you can search and get answers on an SMS much lower end phone. Probably 20 to 30% of the people in Africa have cell phone access, and so focusing on that internet first, and as Mark says, kind of the netbooks economy.
Out of curiosity, if someone wanted to get involved in some of these projects, or maybe try and help Google out or anyone out with spreading around technology opportunity, what are some ways that they could do that?
I think the most interesting thing to do is really connecting to other people, because there's incredibly great people there who, if you connected to them, you have a lot of knowledge to bring them, and they have a lot of knowledge to bring you. And by working together, so it's sort of like cross-mentorship, because they can help you figure out what the actual challenge is and why, I have lots of naive ideas about how to help, and I know that anymore. But together, we can do things, and I have a lot of information. I've been using computers for a long time now, so someone hasn't. Or maybe finding someone like me who's there, and we can together work on problems. So I think that, and what's different now is that the internet allows you to actually connect to them. Before you'd have to send a letter, or 6 weeks later there'd be another letter. Just you'd never actually interconnect. But now you can tweet with them, or just text or IM. So I think maybe surfing around and finding cool projects. We do stuff with the Green App Lab in Uganda, and they do great outreach to NGOs, helping the NGOs. NGOs are really busy, nonprofits. They're doing their amazing work. We work with a group called Straight Talk in Uganda that does HIV/AIDS youth outreach. We work with a group called Maria Slopes, and also in Uganda who's Planned Parenthood doing family planning. They're busy doing their work, but this Green App Lab can work with us and help them kind of get their content a little bit digital, so that now people who have SMS access and netbook access and web access will start to get their stuff as they come to the public. Awesome. So you can get connected to people like that. Find NGOs, find colleagues, find other people at university, and just start interacting. Say, I'm interested in your project. Can I help you? And it'll start.
That sounds so cool. I'm really excited to go back and write down everything you said.
The other thing I would say is there's this amazing thing called the Alliance of Youth Movements Summit that's about to take place in Mexico City. Just look up Alliance of Youth Movements Summit and you'll find the web links. There's one that took place a year ago in December. It's all these amazing people who are mobilizing people in their country to fight against violence, to some of the stuff we saw out of Iran, that kind of topic. And that's coming together, and that would be really fun to get involved with. And those people are totally technical guys, but they're all over the world, and so they're good teammates.
Okay, fabulous. Megan, thank you so much for spending some time with us and talking about this. And thank you for watching this episode of Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show.